What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Tanner. I'm currently enlisted in the United States Marine Corps. Been here for a little over 3 years now, and kind of just want to make this video for people who are planning on joining, about to go to boot camp, or people who are currently enlisted and need to know a little bit more. So I think I'm going to start it off with the first thing you got to understand is, and this is a big one, is you don't control anything anymore. Like, before you join, I want you to understand that you're throwing away your privilege to make choices. It sounds worse than it actually is, but it's the truth. You don't get to make decisions as much as you used to. You're going to get told what to do, when to do it, and maybe why you're doing it. Most of the time, probably not why you're doing it. But the big thing is, you gotta understand, is you're gonna get told to do something, and you're gonna do it. You're either gonna do it, or you're not gonna be a Marine anymore. Plain and simple. I think another big thing that really gets to people is, I'm 22 years old. Okay. Let's say that you just got through boot camp, your training, your schoolhouse, and now you're in the fleet. Okay. You're 26, 27 years old. If I'm a corporal and you're below my rank, regardless of how old you are, you take orders from me, if that makes sense. It could be some 19-year-old kid who's just hot shit, joined, picked up, and he's a corporal in his first year and a half. And then you hit the fleet, first day in the fleet, you're 25, 26 years old. That 19-year-old kid is in charge of you because of his experience, one, and two, because of his determination to be who he is and what he's earned to this day. And that's a hard thing. That's a hard pill for most men, especially, to swallow. Like, people are going to be younger than you and are going to be in charge of you. And you're just going to have to take it. It is what it is. Like, that's the number one motto in the Marine Corps. It is what it is. Just take it. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that that's all I got for cool things, but there's a lot of cool stuff that you do as a Marine. Like, nowhere that you're gonna go in life are you gonna be able to walk out in town and be like, oh, I shot a 50 cal for 4 hours straight, over 10,000 rounds. There's not many places that you're gonna go that you can say that after leaving. So I mean, that's a plus. The other plus is, if you're all about like seeing countries, going and exploring the world in general, the Marine Corps is the perfect place to do that. And we got embassies pretty much anywhere you could think of. Okay? We got deployments that go to more countries than you can count on your fingers. All right? Like, if you're trying to see the world and do cool shit while you see the world, Marine Corps is a big plus there. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, that's all I got. Now we're going into the downfalls. And don't get me wrong, I don't regret joining whatsoever. I love my job. I love what I do because I love this country. But a lot of people don't feel that way. They join for money. They join for college. They join for other things that they want. But that's not really why or what they're joining to get into, if that makes sense. So you may want to go to college after you get out. You may want to have money. You may want to do cool shit. The only way that you're going to have a good experience in the Marine Corps is if you join for a purpose higher than yourself. Like, you can't join the Marine Corps because you want to go to college afterwards. You're going to have a horrible time. You're going to have a terrible time. You're not going to want to join the Marine Corps because you want to make money. You're going to have an awful time. Because, hint, you're not going to make money, not that much money, until 8 years in. That was the big downfall for a lot of people. That's why a lot of people are getting out right now, is they joined because they thought it was something up here, when in reality, to them at least, it's down here. That's the problem, is if you're going to join the Marine Corps, you got to understand, you're not a business. You're not joining just some random business in the country. You're joining the world's strongest fighting force. Like, you're gonna be trained on how to fight. That is your job. That is what you get paid for. You're going to be trained and taught how to fight other countries, which means going out to the field. The field meaning you're going to go out to a desert or in the middle of nowhere with no service. You'll have food. Whatever. You'll have food. You'll have water. But that's it. You're going to get food, water, and a place to sleep. Because they're not training you to have a good job and make money and have a good time. They're training you to be killers. They're training you to fight other countries for this country. I think that's a big downfall for people, is they don't understand that you're not joining a business. You're joining basically the country. Like, you are signing up to fight for this country. Not to sell fucking Christmas cards, okay? You're not here to make phone calls. You're here to fight for the country. And that's how you will be trained the entire time you are here. Another big downfall is whether you like it or not, you don't get to go home whenever you want. You go home to see your family and friends or your little girlfriend when the Marine Corps tells you you can. Period. And they give you days. So each month you get 2.5 days. If you try to go home for 10 days, but you have only earned 7, you're not going home for 10 days. You're going home for 7. Period. That's another big thing that people don't know before they join or even after they join is you earn the right to go home by working and training. You don't just get to go home whenever you want. It's not how that works. Unless you live in California and an hour from base, then you should have went to North Carolina because you're wasting your time. But whatever. They're not just gonna let you go home. It's not how that works. It doesn't matter if it's a holiday. You gotta submit it online to other grown-ups, and then they approve it. And then when they approve it, then you can go home. That's a big thing that, especially me, I didn't know about when I joined, which, oh well. Anyway. Back to some good things. You're gonna meet, especially in boot camp, you're gonna meet some of the coolest people that you've ever met in your life. And especially when you get to the fleet, you're gonna meet some of the most spectacular people, coolest dudes and females that you've ever met in your life. And it's not the way that you're thinking either. Like, those are your brothers and sisters. And you're gonna make the closest friendships that you ever have in high school or middle school or anything like that. Like, you're gonna meet these people. Excuse me. You're gonna meet these people, and they're gonna be with you for the rest of your life. I promise you that. All right. That's all I got. So, if you like this, leave a like. If you enjoyed this, subscribe. And if you have any questions, leave a comment below. Deuces.